Demeter means barley mother. She was the goddess of the cornfield, mistress of planting and harvesting, and lady of growing things. Another name for her is Ceres, which is where we get cereal from. As Zeus loved Demeter, he gave her 2 children, a boy and a girl. The girl was to be named Persephone.
Persephone was raised among the flowers, spending her days tending to them and creating her own. She herself even resembled a flower.
One day she went across the stream past the grove of trees to a small glade. She noticed an unfamiliar bush. She stared at it as she couldn't decide whether or not she liked it. She then decided to pull up the bush. When she pulled up the bush, it made a hole. A loud rubbing noise began and the hole grew, and out came a chariot with 6 black horses. In the chariot was a tall figure with a flowing black cape. He reaches his long arm and grabbed her.
Demeter became worried when her daughter did not return home. She went and searched for her daughter.
Persephone! Persephone!
To her disappointment, she searched all night. She couldn't find Persephone. She began to cry, and a little boy came up and laughed at her. Rage struck Demeter, and whapow! She turned the little boy into a lizard. With no luck searching, she then decided to go to Olympus.
Justice! Justice! Your brother Hades has stolen my daughter. Our daughter.
Compose yourself. Hades' wooing has been a trifle abrupt. Perhaps after all he's our brother, and he has accounted a good match. It is difficult for our daughter to look beyond the family without marrying far beneath her. She is our daughter. I think she has a talent for survival.
I will go back to Earth, and I will not return until you send for me.
Weeks passed, then one day Zeus looked upon earth and saw nothing had grown without his daughter. People were starving and plants were dying.
He sent for Demeter.
Do you still wish for your daughter's return?
Yes, while she's gone, no crops will grow, no trees will bear, no grass will spring. While she's gone, while I mourn, the earth will grow as dry, as shriveled as my heart, and I will put forth no green thing.
Very well. In the light of all facts, this is my judgment. Your daughter shall be restored and shall remain with you. However, if any food has passed her lips during her stay in Tartarus, then she must remain there. This is the law of abode, older than our decrees, and even though I'm powerless to revoke it.
Zeus whistled for Hermes.
Hermes rushed over, flying through the skies and wisping through the air.
She missed home, but secretly she enjoyed the change. However, not even she herself could admit this. She didn't let a crumb of food pass her lips as she knew the punishment that came with it.
Hades began to treat her gently with great kindness. She made herself extremely difficult to please and would often turn her back towards him. Hades had his chef work day and night and make the most delicious meals. He was constantly coming up with new creations to please Persephone.
He gave her a corner of the gardens. A young boy helped her and was pleasant company. Little did she know it was the same boy her mother had turned into a lizard. Her garden was her safe place and where she spent most of her days. One day she saw the boy eating a red fruit.
You know no one is around. Quickly eat it.
Suddenly she heard Hermes shout. She raced to the palace.
Hermes told her if she had not eaten anything, she could go home. She went with Hermes to meet with Zeus. Persephone and Demeter patiently awaited to hear the news. Hades had already presented his case, telling about her eating.
Zeus decided since she had eaten 6 seeds, she would spend 6 months out of the year with Hades.
Nothing will grow when you're gone. No grass will grow, no flowers will blow, no trees will bear. So as long as you're below, there will be desolation everywhere.
That is why summer and winter are the way they are. That is why there is time for planting and a time when the earth must sleep under frost.